to Death Battle. So I haven't heard of a Death Battle since shit, man. I want to say 2013 or something like that.
Oh yeah, you far removed.
Yeah, I'm way behind. I can't remember the channel that was doing it before, because there was a whole YouTube channel that was doing it before. And they did like just regular video game content and stuff like that, and they did the death battles. But this was obviously the biggest thing on that channel. Therefore, that channel went away, and now it's just called Death Battle.
Oh yeah, I remember it. Screw Attack. It was called Screw Attack.
Screw Attack. That's what it was. Yeah. That was my channel. Like I went to them for a lot back then. Wait, is this 2022? So that was like over 10 years ago at this point.
Yes, sir.
Time is a mother, bro. All right, so yeah, all right, let's so Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna.
Yeah, I picked this up because it popped in my feed, and I haven't really watched them in a while either. It hasn't been that long, but it's been quite a while, and it just popped up today. And considering the Marvel kick, and I'm all for a good rivalry, so in Marvel and DC are rivalries or rivals rather. So I was like, oh, that'd be nice, and I actually know something about Scarlet Witch. My biggest thing about Death Battle, why I didn't really stay with it, was because it started getting into fights where they were characters that I really didn't know next to anything about, and that it lost the appeal for me. Now, granted, these characters have mass appeal to everybody else, so like I'm not saying that the channel was making missteps by going with these different characters or whatever, but it just started getting kind of obscure. So I was just like, I don't really care about a fight between a random anime character I've never heard of and another random anime character I've never heard of or whatever. But Zatanna and Scarlet Witch, I know both of them, so I'm actually really curious to see what their vote is. My money's on Scarlet because I'm Team Marvel.
I mean, to me, Wanda is way more powerful than Zatanna, but Zatanna's hot. Like she's just smoking hot, bro. Like God Almighty, I fell for her like way back in the day. Like I don't know, it was something about the leggings.
That was leggings. The most perverted answer.
I mean, hey man, I'm just speaking my truth, bro. Leggings and magic, they go a long way for me. But all right, here we go. Let's see what they got.
Oh, thank you. And for my first trick, snap on it, ta-da! You, what
like
sort of two-bit sorceress do you think you are? Two-bit? Perhaps I was being generous.
Ma'am.
All part of the show, folks.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, that's cheating.
I'd say this calls for an Avenger.
Oh, we doing this?
That's the one you called? Call Thor?
Well, there you go.
Do you know the difference between you and I? Power! Well, I think the difference is presentation! And I know a trick.
Mega Mind
when I see one.
A word? Can you see the screen?
universes.
You can't run forever. Now make like a magician and disappear! Enough! No more
Almost sound.
A disappearing act was the first thing Dad ever taught me. And for my final trick, no more witches. And that's our show, ladies and germs.
Oh, I got A.n.A. for this.
KO! Now that's a magic trick that's to die for!
Analyzing this matchup was like walking on a tightrope. It could fall either way at any point.
Because at the end of the day, both these ladies could do basically anything with their magic. All they had to do was think and shit would happen. They were totally even. At her peak, Wanda was able to threaten the stability of all creation.
And at Zatanna's best, she was able to hold back Pralaya, who could do the exact same thing. And despite some differences, the omniversal cosmologies of Marvel and DC Comics are roughly equivalent in size and scope. All that was left for us to look at was their weaknesses.
While both were as powerful as one another, Wanda needed to tap into the life force to reach that pinnacle, and doing so threatened her sanity.
Let's take a closer look at the events surrounding House of M, where Wanda's powers were at their maximum.
Despite admitting that she was way stronger, Doctor Strange managed to get the best of Wanda with a cool head and a spell that briefly knocked her out cold.
His wits against her mental instability were enough to turn the tide.
To be clear, this instability
that's true.
definitely wouldn't affect her power. She was still strong enough to create a completely new alternate reality and then erase it
that's
just
valid.
as
That's
easily.
actually, like,
What it
super
would
valid.
do is leave her open.
Also, take her No More Mutant spell. As insanely powerful as it was to affect the whole of Marvel's creation, it wasn't entirely successful. There was still a tiny portion of Earth's mutant population left unaffected, likely due to interference from Strange and Emma Frost.
That's also
Against
true.
Zatanna, who was just as strong and not losing her mind, she wouldn't be able to afford that kind of lapse, even for an instant.
On the other hand, Zatanna has managed to maintain her willpower fighting foes just as strong as the Scarlet Witch, so she didn't have the same kind of exploitable weakness.
And remember, she doesn't actually need to say her spells backwards.
It helps with her concentration, but all her spells come from her mental impulses, just like Wanda. She's consistently pulled off non-verbal spells in the past, even against beings as strong as Pralaya.
In the end, Z definitely had enough experience fighting smart and keeping on her toes to hang with Wanda long enough
Yeah, I
to
don't know
get
how
in
that
a
is.
finishing blow.
While there were definitely versions of this battle that
Okay, yeah, I think we got the main thing, but
Yeah.
that's actually kind of valid though. I didn't account into like Wanda's mental fragility because she basically is like a walking crazy person, like a mental person.
Yeah.
You know,
that's-
she's a functioning mental patient basically. And yeah, and like when towards the end of the battle when she kind of went insane, like no more sound and all that, that's like her just coming unhinged. And yeah, so Zatanna, because I mean she cut her teeth, well, I don't know who they mentioned in there, but she cut her teeth with people like Dr. Fate and all that, like these like super beyond Omega level like magicians or people who tap into all this like super beyond magic and stuff. So at first I'm like, man, Wanda would kind of thrash Zatanna, but if equally met, like with Doctor Strange, like equally met, but I think she might be a bit stronger than Doctor Strange, but Doctor Strange also is like super smart and he's always like quick, he's like quick thinking and all that. So yeah, I don't like it, but I agree with it.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. I really wanted Marvel to pull it out, but I know generally speaking, that DC characters are more powerful than Marvel characters. So a lot of times this is the outcome you get. But like I would have preferred. I didn't want to see my baby go out like that, bro. Even though
I know, right?
I don't really rock with the Scarlet Witch like that, but the red is. I gotta take a note out of your book, bro. The red looked good.
I told because of course, like the X-Men thing for me, right? I'm super into X-Men, so yeah, I definitely Scarlet Witch was always one of my favorite characters. But yeah, what's the strongest Marvel character? I'm trying to think. Who's the strongest Marvel character?
Probably the one above all. Probably.
I mean, does Galactus fit in that?
Oh no, the one above all is a guy. That's a name.
I don't think I know who that is, actually.
I hardly know who it is. I just know like apparently the nigga can do everything. He's just like
Franklin Richards, Reed Richards' son, is supposed to be like the super Omega level mutant. But I mean, then again, Storm is an Omega level mutant, but I don't think Storm is like, because if you take Storm off of Earth, you know what I mean? Is she still powerful?
yeah, there are a lot of that's kind of my problem with these comic books. At a certain point, everybody gets so powerful that it's like talking about who's the strongest, it really doesn't matter because depending on who's writing the story, any character can take down any character at any given time. I mean, you got stories where Doctor Doom solos Thanos. You got stories where Captain America takes down the entire Marvel universe. You got stories where Squirrel Girl is immortal. Like it's just like it's at a certain point, it's just like, all right.
Those seem like those like what if like offshoot type of just we're going to throw shit at the wall and see what the hell happens type of comics, you know. I don't know. All the canon stuff though, I don't know. I think Phoenix might be up there. Onslaught. Thanos with the gauntlet.
Annihilus.
Oh, Adam Warlock too. Adam Warlock, which I was mad they didn't have him in Endgame.
Let it go, bro.
No, I want if you're gonna do the story, do it right, damn it. I want to see Lady Death, I want to see Silver Surfer, I want to see Adam Warlock.
Let it go, bro.
Now let's go. Yeah, damn. Wanda lost. I was pulling for Wanda, man. I was pulling for Scarlet Witch. But it kind of makes sense.
I'll get him next time.
Yeah.